know how boredom can change your life as an autistic. So this is going to be a kind of like a part 2 to my previous video. That was more to do with effective alone time. So go check that other video out, which is before this video. So let's get straight into the video. Get to know me personally with my one-on-one coaching. First call is absolutely free. Check the link out in the description. Being bored is a very important feeling because a lot of us don't know what it's like to be properly bored anymore. From all the stimulation, all the noise, we get so cluttered with all these different advertisements, all these different attention grabbing things that we would never have had this years and years and years ago. We've never had access to stuff like this ever. You look at how technology has evolved from like 10 to 20 years ago. It's gone like from here to like here instantly. So of course people are gonna have mental problems. Of course these things are gonna happen. It's like people are amazed that we have mental problems, which is really odd because like it's gonna be pretty evident that if you're showing things that a human may not be able to take in, why then would you think that they're mentally going to be able to take that? Like, imagine if you showed any piece of technology or video to someone from 100 years ago or something. Like, you just instantly gave it to them and you kind of tried to explain it to them and then showed them. Imagine how they would react to that. Like, I don't think their comprehension of what is in front of them would even be there. Like, it would be like, what is this? Like, you'd be confused. And they would probably be hooked on it too, because all the different things and lights and colors and videos, you know, just everything. Just a bit of a side rant. I have been using a grayscale on my phone, and that has worked so well. I 100% encourage you turning your phone into grayscale mode, which is then going to make what I found is it made the world a little bit more vibrant because I'm not constantly getting color from my phone. So it makes the phone a little bit more repulsive to look at and a little bit more discouraging to go on my phone, which is a good thing because then it makes me a little bit less addicted to my phone and makes me scroll less. So I highly recommend you turning your phone to grayscale mode. I actually have it so that I can change it back if I really need to see color. Like if I'm looking at a car or a bike, I change it back. But then after I'm done seeing the color, I'll change it back to grayscale. And that's the point I'm trying to make today. The more bored you can be, the more your mind is going to work for itself. And the more your mind is going to take in things the way you see them, rather than having constant stimulation to occupy your brain and not even think for yourself. So if you think about it, if you're constantly being occupied with all these things, all these different videos, you're constantly getting fed desires that you may never had, right? Well, then is it really yourself? And that's why I go back to why do people have so much mental health issues these days? It's like having an identity crisis. It's like people are always having some sort of identity crisis because people don't know who they are anymore. People are being fed so many things from so many corners, especially a lot of corners in the world, a lot of different, So people are being fed so many different point of views, right? In regards to maybe someone's culture, right? You can go online and see someone from another country and see their point of view or something. Think about this. All you had when there was no phones was your surrounding area and the people you knew. So their thoughts, feelings, desires, all those things are then going to kind of wash off on you and show, well, this is what I think, and then you're going to kind of change your mind because they think that way. Where now you have access to any single country, any single continent, any single person, any single culture, right? So of course you're going to be confused with all these different opinions and advice. Why not go back to being simple and what you knew in your own little area, what you knew from your village or from your tribe? So I don't know where this study was exactly, but I heard about it. And apparently, within a day, we would learn 30 years worth of what someone else would learn 10 to say 12, 30 years ago because of our phones. So just put that into perspective. 30 years worth of learning, or learning something in particular, crammed into one day. That just sounds mental, like literally mental. That sounds like you're gonna send yourself to a psych ward. And that's why I tell people to be bored. Be bored with what you're doing. If you're in your room, maybe just don't pick up your phone. If you're out in the park, for example, me, as I say, I pray over there, right? Be bored. Just sit down and do it. You don't need to scroll on your phone all the time. You don't need that constant stimulation to feel satisfied, even though it feels satisfying for the short term. But for the long term, it's going to do you wonders. So that's the end of this video. Like and subscribe to watch more educational content about autism and how to be an independent young man on the autism spectrum. Anyway, thank you.